Hey guys! The majority of my childhood happened during the early 2000s. I played many games, especially for the Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, and early Nintendo Wii games. I wasn't playing GameCube games until I was a teen. So anyway, this is a list of my top 5 games from the years 2000 to 2009. Let's get on with it. Number 5. Sonic Advance. 2001. I really love the Sonic Advance series. It's actually what got me into Sonic games in the first place, and I like Advance 1 the best. It feels the most like the classic games, and getting into special stages doesn't require you to do anything overly complicated like in Advance 2 and 3. While I love Advance 2 and 3 for having more of a high-speed focus, I just prefer the simplicity of Advance 1 overall. Number 4. Mega Man ZX Advent. 2007. The more I play this game, the more I love it. The last time I played this game was for my channel. I remember having a lot of fun with it. I didn't play this in the 2000s, but it's a good game for its time in my opinion. I do indeed like this game more than the first ZX. Getting to each area is so much easier and more convenient. I also like it more because you can do multiple side quests at one time, which is so convenient. The boss fights are also pretty fun too. Overall, Mega Man ZX Advent is an awesome game. Number 3. Super Mario Galaxy. 2007. This game is absolutely phenomenal. I will never forget when the game first came out and my classmates and friends would be talking about it. I didn't get the game until Christmas 2008. I loved the game a lot. It was a very impressive game for its time. It's a super fun game with so much variety and levels as well as boss fights. The soundtrack is absolutely fantastic. Until Odyssey came out, I considered this to be the best Mario Collectathon game of all time. Now it's second best in my opinion. I think it holds up as one of the best Mario games on the Wii. Number 2. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. 2003. I didn't play this game until 2008, but man did I ever love it. I still love it today. It's an awesome game. In my opinion, it's the best Metroidvania-style Castlevania game. I love the soul system. I love the variety of different weapons. The swords are the best in my opinion. My favorite sword is the Claim Soleus. It has great range and power. I recently replayed this game on the Advance Collection and I enjoyed it just as much as I did as a teen. Before getting to number 1, I will make honorary mentions as usual. Starting with the Game Boy Advance Frogger games. The only one I played growing up was Frogger's Adventures Temple of the Frog, and I loved it. Years later I emulated The Lost Wand and The Forgotten Relic. Both those games are good too. I also want to mention the Game Boy Advance Crash games. They are fun. They don't have much original music as it's mostly remixes, but still I love the games. There is also Crash Twinsanity, which is different from the PS1 games, but it still manages to be fun. Next I mention Gen 3 of Pokemon. I love Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald aside from there being too much water. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are pretty good too in my opinion. I think they're the best versions of Gen 1. While the Super Mario Advance series is just remakes, they are pretty awesome remakes for the extra content they have. New Super Mario Bros. DS is another good game from the 2000s. It's the game that made me want a Nintendo DS. Once I was able to play this game, I was so happy. And I won't forget about Super Paper Mario. While it's different, it's a fun game to play. The game really nails the style of game that it goes for. The first Smash Bros. Game I ever owned was Brawl. The one thing I loved about this game is the big selection of fighters. Sure, it's not as big of a selection as Ultimate, but for what it is, it's pretty good. Mario Kart Wii is my favorite Mario Kart game to come out in the 2000s in my opinion. I also love the Mega Man Zero series. Zero 3 would be my favorite as it handled the Cyber Elf system the best. I'm glad it got rid of the level up system for weapons. I will also mention the Sonic Rush series. They have great music and I love the boosting. It's absolutely so satisfying to me. Kirby also had fun games in the 2000s. My favorite is either Nightmare in Dreamland or Squeak Squad. And of course I have to mention the Mario and Luigi games, or at least the first three which all came out before 2010. Superstar Saga would be my favorite out of all of them. You may wonder why it's not on my main list. Well, first of all, I didn't want to put more than one game from the same series on the same list. Secondly, there is a Mario RPG game that I love even more, and it is number 1. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, 2004. This is my all-time favorite Mario RPG game. There is not a single Mario RPG game that has ever topped it for me. The game has great dialogue, great atmosphere, great music, and a really good story. The game is an absolute thrill. I love the variety of partners and characters in general. It's a long game, but I can always look forward to playing it every time I turn it on. So that's it for this list. I know there may be some games I didn't mention, but I didn't want to overpack this video. Overall, the 2000s was a fantastic era of gaming and I will remember it forever. So what are your favorite games from the 2000s? Let me know in the comments below. So thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more to come.